Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Riverview today, where I've just spent the last 1 minute sitting here harvesting field 31, forgetting that I actually pressed the record button a minute ago. So I'm going to have to trim the start of this episode because I've just kind of sat here. My mind has got so many different things running through it today that I'm not really focusing on the tasks that I'm supposed to be focused on. I'm getting distracted by stuff on my phone, which you probably saw in the end of the last video. I'm terrible for it. Terrible. So yeah, I started harvesting field 31 here. As far as I'm aware, the potatoes are still being harvested on field 44. As far as I'm aware, the plough is still doing the ploughing. And as I say that, guess what's happened, ladies and gents? Numbnuts, the fucking numpty man, Numbnuts, the numpty man, has driven into my... That is one thing. Like I've said this before a couple of times now about auto drive. They need to find a way in auto drive to script it in such a way that trailers do not drive across the front of harvesters. And he's full anyway, so I've got to wait for him to be unloaded. I've got to wait to be unloaded now before I can set the worker off. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, I don't understand this obsession that auto drive has with having the tractors and trailers drive on the wrong side of the harvester and then try to drive across the front of them. Right, workers hired again, good. He's waiting for me to pipe out as we are doing the corn harvest. While we are here, let's quickly go and check on the plough. Has the plough finished ploughing the field? No, the plough has... What is going on with this fucking thing? Why are you not ploughing this field for me? It's a ploughing contract, isn't it? Field 2, yeah. So frustrating when the AI and even the AI mods don't work the way you want them to. They're not helping me. None of these helpers are helping me at the minute. I have set up, obviously, as you could probably tell, I have set up a point for field 31. We do have a marker for field 31, and I have set up an unloading course for Moondog's Farmers Market. I was a little bit confused when I went over to Moondog's Farmers Market because there are actually 2 unloading points for Moondogs. I I believe one of them is probably a bale trigger, isn't it? One of them I think is the bale trigger. The other is the grain trigger. But what I've done is I've just set a course to both. I've set a unload just in case the worker can't unload at one. It will drive to the next unload. It'll loop round, go to the next one and unload instead. And at some point I'll have to double back there anyway, because I'll have to set up an unloading course for the farmers market that is also in that location. But that sell point's a little bit trickier to get into, I think. I think that requires me to do a bit of a loop-de-loop. Because the sell point's on the side of the building, and there's also a wall, so it's kind of blocked on two sides, so you can't really drive through it unless you come and go through it at like a diagonal angle. But we'll see. I don't know if I have any don't currently have any contracts that require me to sell anything there, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much at the moment. Let's see if we can pull this guy into the field with his two trailers. Now, I also don't know if the guy's actually going to be able to tip and deliver both trailers. Whether he will fill both trailers. Or whether he'll just fill one and then bugger off. Again, I don't know if Autodrive is clever enough to tell that he's got two trailers attached to him. That's a test as well for the mod. But this whole business about the tractors, you know, when they're on one side of the vehicle, I'm just going to have a quick swing back this way because obviously I'm 83% full. We're going to get quite full at this point. Good length pipe on this thing though. Whether... too long for me to unload into the trailer as I passed it. Come on, pal. Do your job. You've only got the one. Well, I'm going to grab a screenshot here. Might have to fine-tune some of these screenshots a bit. No, it doesn't matter. No, what am I thinking? I'm getting confused, sorry. Riverview screenshots are perfectly fine. It's when I'm doing the new series screenshots, I have to be very mindful of where I actually snap the picture. For example, if I was to take a picture in that direction, it wouldn't be very good because you probably the harvester probably gets cut off by the template that I'm using. I need to make sure everything is more on the left half of the screen. With the little Photoshop template thing that I'm going to be using for the New Jersey map Let's Play series that I'm doing. Also, I'm a little bit excited this week because tomorrow, Tuesday the 6th of September, we get a free content update from Giant, which is going to be adding the Valtra series tractors back into the game. All the tractors that we had in Farm Sim 19 that were missing from Farm Sim 22, Giants are going to be adding back into the game with an update tomorrow. We're going to get the Valtra A series, the Valtra N series, the Valtra T series. We're sadly not going to get any Valtra S series tractors, but we are going to get the new Valtra Q series. So there is going to be a game update tomorrow for everybody, which obviously is going to add some lovely new free tractors and equipment. I also have been hearing rumours and rumblings of a patch as well coming out. Either, if it's not already out today and it's sat currently on Steam waiting for me to download and install it, it will be out tomorrow as well and will be included in that content update. And that will be patch 1.7.1.0. So hopefully some more bug fixes coming to the game tomorrow, as well as the free content update. So yeah, should be good, pretty good, pretty cool. It might be very handy to have that update actually on my new Let's Play that I'm doing, because we might be able to use a few of those new Valtra tractors then in that series. Although I think I've just bought Kubotas in the shopping episode that I recorded last week. Well, that can all change. Things can change. We're not, you know, hard fast stuck into any particular equipment. For example, the like I said on this map, there's a good chance I might be changing my baler in a couple of episodes sooner rather than later. I know I've currently got the fast bale for doing silage bales and stuff, but I might change my fast bale. I might go and get the one from the Kubota pack now. And I know you're going to say to me, well, hang on a minute, Seawaddy, you had the one from the Kubota pack earlier on in the series and you didn't like it. You swapped it to Stevie's one because Stevie's one does the 150 centimetre diameter bales and also has the much wider pickup. So it doesn't miss bits when you're collecting the grass or straw or hay or whatever. And you were quite right. But that was early on in the series. Okay. Now, I have a Kubota fast baler. Not only has a proper wide pickup, okay, a proper wide pickup, but can also do 125 centimetre, 150 centimetre and 180 centimetre bales. It can do all three, and if you're doing grass, it can wrap all three. I've said the slight drawback to the vanilla fast bale, the Giants one, is that it only does 125 centimetre diameter round bales. You can't do any more than that. Stevie, on his modded one, changed the bale type to 150 centimetres, but that was the only type you could do. Seawatty the Magnificent, sat down with the Kubota pack, mod pack, looked at the Kubota baler and thought, you know what? I'm going to have a go at editing this to see if I can make it do all three round bale types. And Seawatty the Magnificent nailed it. Knocked it out the park. So not only does it pick up a much wider area over a much wider area, so it doesn't miss bit, it can do all three bale sizes, all the different bale types, and it's also faster. It's also faster than the fast bale. The fast bale, I think, when it's actually baling, especially when it's doing grass and that, it tends You might have noticed it, although it's rated for about, I think it's about 18 kilometers an hour. When you're actually doing the baling, it slows down, and I think when you're doing grass, it slows down to like 10 or 12 kilometers an hour. So it has time to do the wrapping before the next bale is being produced and chucked out the back, sort of thing. Well, on the Kubota baler, I've fixed it in such a way that it bales faster. I think if you're doing straw, it can do straw bales at about 21 kilometers an hour. I think if you're doing hay, it does it at about 18, 19 kilometers an hour. And I think if you're doing grass and silage bales, I think it does them at about 15 kilometers an hour or something like that. I'll have to, obviously, double check that when I actually get it and put it to the test. But, yeah, it could be quite good, that. Well, this guy with the 2 trailers is doing a good job harvesting with unloading me. Big old field this. Proper big boy field. Yeah, you're trying to reverse, ain't you, mate? Not going to work with that trailer, because you're going to get tangled to flip. Now I do remember I did switch the tractors for these 2 contracts in the last video. We've got the 7 series on these 2 trailers, and we've got the 8 series pulling the potatoes. The rationale behind that thinking was, I thought the potatoes were going to be heavier and far more difficult to pull for the 7 series. However, I'm now actually starting to question my own logic there and wonder if I've actually made a bit of a goof, because the two trailers there of corn might be a little bit of an issue for the 7 series. Because again, you have to remember, folks, the Kubota tractors that released in the Kubota DLC are not massive tractors. They are very, well, they're very small tractors in my eyes. I know they appear in-game in the medium tractor bracket, but they have less than 200 horsepower. So whilst physically they look like medium tractors, I think their power-wise is very, very poor. They have the power performance and power level of tiny tractors. Tractors much smaller than them. They're a bit of an oddball. The Kubotas. I hate to say it, they're a bit of an oddball. Out of curiosity, what is that fella actually carrying? He's got 39,000 litres currently. You know what that means, don't you? Oh, he's going to drive into me. I thought he was going to drive into me. Ooh. Made me nervous then for a second, pal. I perhaps should have used him for the... I should have used that trailer combo for the potatoes. Haul more potatoes in one go. Because the trailer on the potato harvester is only about 20,000 litres, 22,000 litres. And obviously the... I'll hand over to a worker for a minute because he's just doing these up and down bits now. Why are you... Something weird going on here. Has he now actually finished the ploughing? Apart from a few bits, yeah. We'll call that a day then. Him. He might not make it back from there. There's obviously a bit of an issue here between these two. Just going to give you a little bit of a love tap. Right, he's gone off to unload then. Good. So there's quite a bit of mess where he's not actually harvested all the way to the end of the field. I thought that was going to be the case with this map updates and map changes that Cavalier Roy's done. The workers are going to start leaving more and more of the field edge because they're detecting collisions on all the little wooden posts in the hedges, even though there isn't. The weird thing is, I can still walk through all the wooden posts. No, can't. That one, I'm stuck. It varies from place to place on the map. Some of the hedges don't seem to have collisions. Still, they seem to be collision free, and then others do. It's weird. I wonder if it's something to do with, because obviously I've updated from an older version of the same game. I've updated from an older version of the map, keeping the original save. I've not started a new save, so therefore maybe something in that means that not all the posts for me are going to have collisions. We'll let that guy carry on. He's now doing his bit. What have we got? We've got harvesting potatoes, oat. We've got wheat to do on field 36. And we've got corn to do on field 31. I wonder. Matey's back. Matey's back. Well done, matey. Excellent job. Right. Next job, of course, though, for me is getting my little pickup. No. That one I want. Don't want any offset, thank you. Don't need it. All my workers are being paid handsomely. Let's go get our hay produced, shall we? Need some hay to feed all the cows. But we've got 2 barnfuls. We also spoke recently, in the past couple episodes, of needing to move the milk. Because we did buy the dairy the other day. I felt recently, did we not? Yes, we bought the dairy. So we need to start producing some stuff. We could produce cheese and butter. Can we? Yeah. We could produce cheese and butter out the gate. We cannot at this moment in time produce sugar though. I'm also thinking maybe going and buying the grain mill. I know we've got a contractor deliver to the grain mill. I'm very tempted to buy the grain mill. And then we can make use of that too. Do some flour. With some of the stuff that we've got from the contract. But yeah, if I get this tedded very quickly. As far as the grass goes with the fertilising and stuff, I probably mentioned this before. I'm probably going to get myself a grass roller. Especially with field 14 over there. As well, which is grass field. Rather than wasting liquid fertilising, we'll just roll it after every mowing to reignite the crop growth, and also add that second fertiliser stage to the grass field. So the contracts for the potatoes and the corn are ticking along nicely, I would say. So I've hired a worker at the minute. He's doing all right on this row. Because obviously the tool is already lowered. But watch what will happen to him at the end of the row. He will stop and lift this up, but then I think he forgets to switch it on and lower it when he gets to the next row. Yeah, he's turned off and lifted up. Turned off and lifted up, but if the AI worker then, once he's completed his turn here, will he'll just take off across the field at a rate of knot. Yeah. See? The AI worker does not switch it on again. And that's why you can't use this, you sadly, unfortunately, can't use this tool with an AI worker. You can't just use it as a windrower without the tether function, because unless it's actually switched on, it doesn't do the windrowing either. So you can't use it just as in windrow mode. That is something that's not as easy to fix as the Kubota baler. I don't know how to get around that one. There's that new swather pack that come out recently on the mod hub. I ought to maybe have a look at that, because that's apparently got like a machine with like a harvester type header, combine harvester type header, that apparently does a windrow, does tedding and windrowing in one pack. So that could be, and it's self-propelled, of course. It doesn't need the tractor pulling it, which frees up the tractor. I don't know if I've got that enabled on this save. Swather pack. No, I haven't. It must be on the New Jersey map that I've added it to. I've added it to the mod folder of that map. And I might have possibly been toying with the idea of adding it to the multiplayer server as a mod use. Don't want you to drive to the store, mate. You are good enough just to come down here and, you know, park out the way. Just make yourself useful somewhere else. Course play. Save course. Activate. Field 13. Mow. Batwing. I call it batwing because of the type of mower that this is. It's probably not a batwing mower, but it will help me to differentiate from when I get the whatchamacallit, thingamajiggy-doodah, the Crone. And again, have I installed the other Crone mower? I haven't, no. Big M450 is the only one I've got. I have got the 500 downloaded somewhere. Again, that's probably on the new map instead. So right, this guy's actually travelled up from the south of the map to get to Moondogs, which means he's actually he's going to come in from the top end of the unloading. The reason being because there is the two, like I say, there is two sell points here for this. And I wasn't too sure which one was which was which. So from the north entrance, which is this one, I'm saying, he goes over the what looks like the grain sell point, and then I've done another little loop. Look, I've done a little bit of a loop, so he can actually come up. He can actually come up this way, and he can tip at that second sell point next to me, which is Moondog's Market 2, and hopefully this is the right sell point. I'm not getting paid, so this is the correct sell point, so that's okay. So that must be the bale sell point there. So that's good to know. Moondog's Market 2 is for bales. Again, I don't know why why Cavalier Roy didn't just put the bale and tip trigger on the same at the same place and have it just as one sell point. But auto drive for the win, ladies and gents, because he's detected he's got 2 trailers, he's filled both trailers, he's emptying both trailers. Perfect. Again, not wanting to be disrespectful or anything. You're only 80% full, dude. I would suggest you carry on harvesting. At least be ready to unload next time down. Okay, you've had a bit of a boom-tastic experience there, pal. You've turned the wrong way again. Let me just do a quick bit of unloadage. Alright, we can bugger off out of his way. Send him off to do his own unloading. How are we doing on the contracts at this point then? Field 1 is 61%. Potatoes is 54%. Next video, we will start on the wheat in field 36. I'll take my own harvester. We'll use our own harvester and trailers for that though. We won't interrupt the corn fella. And obviously the potato harvester wouldn't be any use to us for that contract. So yeah, we will need to do that. Meanwhile, I will just quickly finish the tedding before I get completely sidetracked and carried away. So folks, for now, thank you for watching today's episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you all in the next one. But for now, from me, cheerio everybody. Goodbye.